Hi, my dear students, and hi to viewers. So, you are taking lessons from us and using this lockdown period without breaking our education. Hope our this effort will be useful to you and make you not to lose anything, even staying at home, right? Shall we enter into our lesson? Right. The next poem we have is It's Change. It's Change. My dear children, change. You know what is meant by change. Most of the times you use this word with your friends or with your classmates or with your parents too sometimes. If anything is finding new, if anything is finding new in anyone's attitude, in anyone's behavior, or in any aspect, it is called change. Now we tell it's change. So what is this change? You observe so many changes have been occurring. So many changes have been occurring in this world around us. Why these changes have been occurring? Previously, if you take your forefathers, they go by foot. They have no transport system, no motor cars, no vehicles. Later, they started using cars, later buses, trains, personal vehicles, now even flights. That means there is a change. You take the present position, the entire world is suffering from the great disease, the great pandemic, which has become a pandemic, Corona. What said it's a change? It's a change. There is change? It's a change in the atmosphere. How the atmosphere changes? By taking the virus. Like that, it's a change. Now the entire world is under the grip of fear, under the grip of death because of this change of atmosphere. Who said us these changes? Who said us? Who say to us the changes that occur in the atmosphere, in the earth, or in the human body? Particular scientists are there. Those scientists always keenly observing what is happening around the world. For this, we have different scientists are there. Biologists we have, geologists we have, archaeologists we have, so many we have. So every scientist, for example, if we take biological scientist, That means biologists. These biologists always making experiments, always trying to find changes in the, especially now in the stem cells. Archaeologists are there. These archaeologists always trying to find what changes does this earth take? What is happening to the earth? What changes are going to be brought in this earth? Geologists are there. These are also. Archaeologists finds. They always dug the fossils. They always dug the fossils and they try to find something. So various kinds of scientists are there. These scientists, every category of scientists are busy in their scientific study and trying to find the changes occurring in their fields, and they may aware the world. They may warn the world sometimes. They suggest some remedies to the world. What is going to be happen? What measures should be taken? How to save this world? They give and tell. But here, actually, they are doing good. But all this stuff is learned, trying to learn to little kids, to little ones. There the problem arises. They are doing their job good. So many scientific advancements are there. And it is necessary also to find the changes. But when all this stuff is trying to make children learn or to teach to children, the problem arises. Because they are too young to learn, to keep into their mind, to bear, to understand, results in the adverse effect. Our effort is to make our children to learn something, to know something new. Our intention is good. Since they are not enough old to take into mind all these subjects, all these changes, they feel fear of it. So now we take a girl. What type of a girl? I already told you. The children are too young to learn all these aspects. Results in adverse effect. So I am taking one girl who feels difficulty, who feels vexation of the present education system. Actually, who teaches all these concepts to children? Who teaches? Teacher teaches. That's why the God says, our teacher also play a role in this plot. Our teacher also plays a role in this plot. PLOT plot. What is meant by plot? Plot means conspiracy. What means conspiracy? What is meant by plot? Conspiracy means doing something secretly. Doing something secretly to harm others, to harm others. So the goal is telling, our teacher also playing a role in the spot. The girl felt feared. That's why one day, actually, all of you, what do you do early in the morning after getting up? After waking up, you are busy in getting ready to go to school. But one day may be different in your lives. One day you may plead to your parents, Mom, Dad, I don't want to go to school today. I don't want to go to school today. Have you told any day like this to your parents? Yes. Yes. What reason do you give? You give suffering from fever or headache, not interested. Today is my birthday. Like that, you give your reasons. Whether your parents accept or not, it's totally different. Like you, this girl in our lesson, in our poem, one girl is there. Like you, this girl also goes to her parents. Goes to her parents. Have only mother. She goes to mother and declared, Mom, I don't want. Mom, I don't want to go to school. So what did the girl declare? Mom, I don't want to go to school today. Mother was shocked to listen these words. She was surprised. Why her little girl was saying like that? What happened to her? She inquired. Then the little girl says, Mom, the entire world is going to be decay. Mom, this entire world is going to be decay the very next day. Decay means ruin or destruction or ruin. This entire world is going to be decay, going to be destruction, going to be ruin. Mother was surprised. Why, my dear girl? Why do you feel like so? Nothing happens. You go to school. She tried to convince. But the little girl was obstinate. Obstinate means insisted on her words. She was stubborn. She did not want to go to school by giving this reason. So, my dear students, I think you might have heard. So, you might have heard previously that by 2020, 2014, the entire world is going to be decay. The entire world is going to be destroyed. You heard, I think. And so many movies have been picturized on this topic, like Jalapralayam. So all these hint that human race will be ended one day. That may be either 2014 or 2020 and so on. At the time, I think 2014, most of the people, not here and there, all over the world, really believed that the world is going to be destroyed. It is going to be spoiled. No one lives on earth. Nothing can be left on earth. The entire water sinks this world. No land to be seen. They feel like so. They feared. If I say, it seems to be amusing. It seems to be so funny too. You know what most of the people have done in foreign countries? Simply, they are making bunkers. You know, bunkers means large tunnels under the earth, beneath the earth. They started making bunkers and keeping all the facilities in the bunkers, the required food, the required electricity, everything whatever they want to survive. How funny it is. If everything is destroyed, everything will be ruined in the world, on the earth, nothing can be left on the earth. How can they survive even when they are in bunkers? So how many people can have the bunkers? How many people can afford making bunkers? That means only some of the rich people of the world are making their trials, are making their efforts, even after the total destruction of the world, total destruction of the earth, they want to live. That means how man is selfish, how a great desire man has to live for his life. So that is called human folly. That is called human folly. Actually, I too feel getting this type of news from newspapers, the declaration of the scientists on TVs, reading some articles. I too have a little doubt in the corner of a heart, in the corner of my heart. Will it be real? Is it going to be in reality? By the year, the entire world will be destroyed. Nothing can be left on the earth. Maybe is my answer. But once I think about it, and afterwards, I throw it away from the mind. I don't think of it because no one can stop what's happening. Whatever to be happen, that should be happen. Nothing is in our hands. Scientifically, man has so many advancements, but he never conquer over nature. He never conquer over nature. Nature is a mystery to us. It's a mysterious thing. We can't understand nature. We can't conquer our nature. So, this little girl in our poem, when come to our poem, this little girl tells his mother, I don't want to go to school because the entire world is going to be decayed. Who told girl? Mother asked. My teacher tells. She plays. My teacher plays a role in the plot. Why you feel? Yes, mom. Scientists are cloning pigs. Scientists are cloning pigs. Cloning. What is meant by cloning? Creating a creature exactly what the real one is. Exactly what the real one is. So scientists are succeeded in cloning. Scientists are making cloning. Scientists are cloning by saying it's a change, it's a quantum leap. Quantum leap. What is meant by quantum leap? Quantum leap means a sudden change. Quantum leap means a sudden change. Scientists are saying, scientists are cloning and saying it's a change, it's a quantum leap. What is meant by cloning? Creating exact creature of its real or of its original. In this process, the scientists create a lamb named Dolly. Named Dolly. So this is the first creation in cloning, Dolly. It is the name of a lamb. It looks like the real one. That means if by using this cloning, if we want to create Sachin Tendulkar, we can create exactly how Sachin Tendulkar is in all his physical appearance, in all his physical qualities. Physical form we can get. How it is possible? By taking some genes from our body. If I tell you, you feel very surprising. When this cloning come into exist, Amitabh Bachchan takes, that means he pays a huge amount. That means he gets a patent not to clone his face. That means you can understand how it creates sensation in the world. So we have to take patent for our own face. We have to pay much thing. So the God is saying, scientists are cloning and saying it's a change, it's a quantum leap. Biologists are saying, biologists are making stem cells. Biologists are making stem cells by saying it's a change. The stem cells grow. What is this stem cells grow? Actually, if any part of our body is damaged, that part could not be again in its former shape, in its former form or former size. But a new theory is there, stem theory, stem cell treatment. By this, if any part of the body has been damaged or spoiled or got repaired, by using this stem cells technique, we can make that particular part of the body to its former size, to its former shape, and make it functioning well. So nowadays stem cells banks are also be in existence. Stem cells banks. Actually, you know bank. Your knowing bank is just keeping money or depositing money in our accounts. But this bank is totally different from all other banks. This is a stem cell bank. Means our stem cells are preserved there As soon as we were born, and we have to pay something in the terms of money to the banks for reserving or for preserving our stem cells. As we grow old, if we suffer from any ill health, immediately we can bring that stem cells from the bank and our damaged parts will be repaired. So the type of scientific advancement is there. And geologists are telling, archaeologists are telling, archaeologists finds some cracks in the earth, some cracks in the earth. Geologists are finding some cracks in the earth and saying it's a change. Archaeologists are finding some fossils and bones by saying it's a change. What is fossil? Fossil means nothing but the remains of animals, the remains of animals or plants turned to rock or rocks. Fossils means actually so many trees are there, so many animals are there on the earth. When an earthquake occurs, all these plants, trees, animals may be buried under the earth. Then so many chemical reactions have been made under the earth and something remains either from the animal or from the plant. It turns into a rock. Those type of rocks are called fossils. So many scientists are coming and they are always telling, they are finding that change, this change, that thing is going on, this thing is going on, and the world is going to be decay and so on. So the little girl can't bear it. The little girl is unable to get all this for his little brain. She was vexed with the teaching of the teachers. And why they are teaching all this stuff to the little children? She also tells what worries her more is the concern of the scientists. That means the words of the scientists, the inventions of the scientists. That's why the girl does not want to go to school. That means satirically this poem is given to us to understand what is necessary that much or that extent only teach to the students. Beyond their limits, we should not teach them. If we do so, it gives adverse effects only, giving the positive result instead of giving the positive result. So, most of the children among you also can feel sometimes, oh, what's all this knowledge, all these subjects, number of subjects are there, number of things we have to learn. Oh, we are getting mad. You may feel also. So the little girl also feels like so. Really, we can't deny the little girl, and it is a valid point. We consider the little girl's point and we have to think of it. Right.